Hey there everyone, this is ArchonX coming to you, playing some Elyon. I play with The Art of Warfare, also known as TA. You can see my clan tag there is TA. The Art of Warfare is a gaming community. It was established back in 2001. We have over 1,300 active members across all of our 30 plus games, including Elyon and all the popular games like Apex, Battlefield, StarCraft, Overwatch. You know, we play all kinds of games, and we're adding more all the time. So I'm here going to show you an aspect of Elyon that you may or may not be familiar with. The Dimensional Seed Portals. Like right here, Dimensional Passage for Logging. You get these seed portals in a couple ways. One is through your daily attendance. So if you look here, after you've been on for 60 minutes, you get a Dimensional Seed Selection Box. You can also buy them from the Laurel shop here. You can see right here, Dimensional Seed Selection Box. You buy 2 of those a day, so you can have up to 3 a day just from those 2 sources. You're going to select either herbs, logs, or mining. Which one you select is really up to you, depending on what kind of crafting you like to do. So if you're into alchemy and you want to make some potions, then you're probably going to want some of these herbs. And if you are into weapon crafting, then you could use either the ore or some of the logs. And if you like armor crafting, then you can definitely use some of the ore. But for the second part of this, for the weapon crafting, you're going to have to farm some leather from some mobs or try to buy it in the market. So you plant the seed. After you've selected it, it takes 30 minutes to grow. And then there are 2 different types of Dimensional Seed Portals. Hopefully we hit both different types in the first 2 seed portals. So I'm going to enter this, use portal, and I'm going to warp in. So like I said, there are 2 different types. We'll go over kind of how to do both of them. One, you use a glider, and the other is you go from spot to spot where there are a bunch of slimes. So the slime one is pretty cut and dry as far as what you do. Oh, here's the glider one. Okay, some people have difficulty with this. Okay, so you just got to get close to the guy. That'll proc the start of it. I head over to this region right here because there's going to be 5 different trees, because it's a logging one, so I'm working with trees. You press F to start cutting it, and then that little bar at the bottom shows up. See, I failed that one. But see, the little bar shows up, and it starts moving. And if you land the little icon inside that highlighted area, then it'll quick forage, and it'll go faster. There's no special bonus on this seed portal, but there is a special bonus on the next one. Alright, now I go over to this edge. There are different ways to path this, and it's really up to you. I'm not even going to rocket jump off this. I'm just going to jump. There we go. Jump, leap, grab this, and see if you look at the bottom left, these red ones give you 3 logs. That's good. So right here we got this one. I'm also just going to jump off because I just want to grab it and head back to this island. There we go. I'm going to turn around, jump, grab that one. That one can be a pest. Now I can rocket jump by holding control, pressing space. And then at the top of the jump is where I can start flying. Now I leap a couple times, and I still make it over here. Like I said, there's different ways to path this one. This is kind of the path I choose. Any of these chests will give you a couple of housing tokens. When I get out of here, I'll show you some of the uses for housing tokens. Just grab some of these trees. You know, if you grab herbs, and instead of trees here, there's going to be like little gardens for you to forage some herbs. And if you pick the one for mining, then there'll be little places to mine from. Now this one, okay, I'm going to go ahead and rocket jump, space, jump up, drop down, got it. Got it. Okay, now I'm over on this island. And what I want to do is try to grab that one and then come back. Alright, got it. Now I'm back. Now I can go ahead, rocket jump. You see at the bottom right, it has a cooldown. So I'm just going to wait 4 more seconds for it to cool down. Rocket jump, jump, and I want to get on that island. And you can see when you're in the air, you know, that little indicator goes up and down. And if you get it real close to the middle, then your jump will be more powerful. And the best is when it says perfect. Right, here's a mature oak. So you have on here like the young oaks and the mature oaks. Depending on your foraging skill, which you can check by pressing P. I'm going to press P. And then see, look, at Forage Mastery, you can see for logging, I'm already maxed out. Okay, so if you're level 1 on logging, then foraging any tree will give you points for it, you know, towards getting better at foraging for it. But if you're already level 2, then it's only the mature logs that will give you points, not the young logs. Like here, mature oak right here. Mature oak would have given me points if I wasn't already maxed out. And it's the same thing for the herbs. There's like level 1 and level 2. You know, same thing with the sky crystals. You know, the blue crystals and then the violet crystals. All right, I'm gonna rocket jump. Okay, there we go. Now I don't really worry about that island. I don't really care about it. I do want to go on that island, but I'm going to go to this one first. The reason I'm going to go to this one first is because there's a chest right there, and housing tokens are very valuable to me. And see, there's a little gem right here, the orange one, and of course, the hitboxes can be a little bit bogus on this setting, but you know what? That's what happens. So I'm going to go ahead and jump. Okay, that was not as classy and graceful as it could have been, but still, I'm over here. Open up this chest, get some housing tokens. Okay, now there's a starting area over there. I'm actually heading over here. If I screwed up in some way, I could just fall, and if you fall off the map, you'll start back at the starting area, no problem. So basically, got about 35 seconds left. I'm going to try to get to this island over here just to grab the housing tokens because, like I said, that's my priority, more so than the logs. I want the housing tokens. So I'm going to grab this. And you see there's some trees over here I could forage, but I don't have time. And then I'm going to come down to the middle of this island. There we go, grab that gem. And then got some more housing tokens. Now I'm about to run out of time. There are like 3 trees around the outside, but I can never find them. Don't have time. Okay. And then as a bonus for completing this, by completing, basically participating, it'll also give me 5 housing tokens here at the end. Great work. See you again soon. Hey, thanks, buddy. There we go. 5 housing tokens more. So we can see some of our gains. See 13 housing tokens from all the pickups, and then 5 housing tokens as a reward. And then we got a bunch of logs. I probably already had logs, but perhaps if you're eagle-eyed, sharp-eyed, and you see at the beginning of the video, you know, when I open the crafting window, you can see how many logs I had at the crafting window. I'll show you the crafting window again. So that concludes this dimensional portal. Like I said, there's another type. I'm going to enter another one, and hopefully we get the other type of dimensional portal. I like these a lot, and these are dimensional seed portals. They are very distinct from other types of dimensional portals, which I will show you now. By now, I mean once the game finishes loading. So these housing tokens are very, very useful. You know, I'm gonna show you exactly what they're used for right now. But remember, once you're done, see now this plot is available for me to plant something. You know, let's see, there, large oak sapling, let's put it right there. All right. So let me show you something. Now you see over here where it says housing production facility upgrade. That's your primary use of housing tokens. Okay, so click this right here. You can see I have a stage 5 out of 6 house. So let's click on this. Right now I could have 10 different things planted at one time. So if you're a big grower, you definitely want to level up your house. Okay, now to level it up to level 6, which is the max level, you can see right here, 6 is the max level, I'll be able to grow 12 things at once, which will be great. It'll take a week for it to finish. But in the Ruby shop, if you are inclined, you can buy tickets that slow down or speed up the housing. But be advised, you can't just speed it up a little bit. You have to buy enough tickets for it to complete the entire thing. So if you can only afford enough to speed it up by 3 days, for example, you can't use it right away to knock 3 days off. But if you waited 4 days until there were 3 days left, then you could use it, as long as it'll finish it. So here you can see, in order to upgrade it, 500,000 gold, which is manageable. You know, I just got to farm a little bit. But the housing tokens, see, I need 750 housing tokens to do that. Okay, there's another benefit to upgrading your house. It means you can upgrade some of your production plots. You know, you see, like my orchard is stage 3 because I grow a lot of logs. Okay, additional harvest yield currently is 20%. So there's a 20% chance that'll give me an additional amount of logs when I harvest them. You know, similar to like an abundant blessing crystal too. The production jackpot rate is 7%, right? That's like if you have a jackpot crystal up, right? And then to upgrade this to stage 4, instead of 20% chance, there's 30%. And instead of 7% chance for jackpot, 10%. That's fantastic. 300 housing tokens, so I can do it right now, except I need to stage 6 house. And then the blessing altar, that'll allow you to have different crystals up, multiple types of crystals. Storage just requires cash. And then if you got the cash, you know, the gold, then you can upgrade your storage, which is great. Alright, let's go ahead and look back onto, what is it, armor crafting? No, of course not. Let's go to weapon crafting, and then, like I said, if you're eagle-eyed, you'd be able to tell. See, right here, I can build 95 plywood if I was inclined. Weapon crafting is currently in Adept 2. Armor crafting at Adept 5. And alchemy, I have up to expert. Just kind of the reason I don't do more alchemy right now is this thing. Major success rate plus 12.5%. Sounds like a great bonus. Sounds wonderful. Sounds like it's worth spending millions of gold and many hours of time grinding alchemy. I would agree with you. The problem is this bonus currently does not work, which is sad. So let's see if we can get the other dimensional portal right here. Excuse me, dimensional seed portal. You always have to make that differentiation, because a regular dimensional portal is seen right here. These are the daily portals and the weekly portals. Those are regular dimensional portals. These are dimensional seed portals, or you can see where it says dimensional passage. Nobody calls it dimensional passage. Alright, let's enter this. Hopefully we get the other type. If not, then you can watch me fly around again. Like I said, the other type is populated by slimes. You have to go from one station to another, activate it, avoid the slimes. Once you do, 5 things will pop up. And it looks like we're going to have the same one here. You know what? Let me go down a different path, because why not? So now I'm going to go, instead of going up there, I'm going to go this way. And let's see what's over here. There we go. Can I get this? Hey. Alright, land on this island. 4 Gs. More forage. And more forage. You can see my cat there, my beautiful orange cat, Jericho. My cat is named after the greatest professional wrestler of all time, Chris Jericho. You are welcome to disagree. Just be advised, if you do disagree, you are objectively wrong. Alright, we got some more logs over there. Now, see, that island I was up there before, but usually I took a different path. But now, I don't think I need rocket jump for that. Go ahead and jump, grab this, jump, and now we're going to be back up on this island. And we're going to take a different path this time. And in case you're wondering, because you might say, you know, well, what happens if you go all the way up there to that island up there in the distance? I have been up there on that highest island, and you get 5 housing tokens for getting up there, which is cool. But generally, for me, for my pathing, it's generally not worthwhile. I'd rather hit the other stuff. So I could hit this island over here, which I think I will. Oh, can I hit this? Yes. Got it. There's a chest. 2 housing tokens from that. And you can see at the bottom left how many logs I'm getting. This is a really, really good source of logs. And you see, I even got a solid oak sapling, you know, which is used if you want to make, like, for example, a fishing rod. You're going to need solid oak saplings. So it's you know, it's a good source too for those extra types of crafting materials, you know, for special items. You know, like on the mining one, you can get high purity ores, or high quality ores, high quality or high purity ores. And then on the herbal one, you can get the fresh seeds. And I think I bogarted that. Let's see, I'm going to go on this little rock elevator right here. Now from here, I can very easily get to where I was going before. Very convenient rock elevator. And if there's nothing here, that's cool. Where do I go? Oh, there looks like there's some stuff over there. Let's check it out. Alright, and a secret chest for more housing tokens. I like housing tokens. So I like growing stuff, you know, in my garden, and it's good to upgrade your house in order to be able to do that. And then for crafting, you know, logs are extremely useful. Either for, you could use them to level up weapon crafting, right? Because you can make plywood. Or they're also very, very extensively used in alchemy, because in alchemy you need a lot of logs in order to make blessing crystals, and I have made quite a few blessing crystals in my day. You know, those three altars that I have in front, I used to try to maintain a blessing crystal in each one. The three production ones. Alright, let's see if I can get up on this island. And of course, I did not rocket jump for an unknown reason. Sometimes if you fall right and the game registers that you landed on the ground first, then you could do your rocket jump. And it's been over 11 hours since I've logged in. And excessive gaming can hinder activities in real life. That is useful information, and I will take it under advisement. There we go. And with these. Now, which route was better, this one or the first one? I don't know. But, you know, for the most part, you know, regardless of what route you take, you're always going to get good items. See, I don't have time to fly over to that middle island for the extra couple of housing tokens. That's okay, though, because I got a lot of good stuff. There we go. Time expires. Now I'll return to the start. Great work. See you again soon. See, that's why I like coming here. That guy's very friendly and polite. Always tells me I did great work. Hey, thank you, buddy. Now I'm going to show you something, because I hear some of you in the audience. You're saying, man, Archon, you say that you grow a lot of stuff, but we don't believe you. You know, we're calling balderdash on what you're saying. What you're saying is bogus. Okay. You know what? I understand. You know, I believe that. Trust but verify. You know, so that's very sensible. That's very prudent. But see, I'm going to show you something right now when the game loads. Gathering popular materials in conflict zones requires extra caution. That is sage advice. Now you may be wondering, what's this little symbol right here? This little gray symbol. Hover over it. Foraging Virtuoso Medium increases forward speed by 20%. Interesting. How do you get that? Let me show you. Right here. Ranking. Let's go to House. And let's go to previous season. By previous season, they mean previous week. Last week. And this is on the Cassiopeia server. NA server. Previous season. Number 2. And product harvesting. ArchonX. 13,578. Whatever that's worth. So I was number 2 on the entire server. Here's just the top 100. But I was number 2 on the entire server for product harvesting. Very proud of it. And I even messaged that guy, Boba T. I messaged him to congratulate him on his number 1. And, you know, he was very gracious about it, which is great. So here, let me show you about the blessing crystals over here. Now, if you're not like an expert or if you're not real pro in alchemy, you're not going to see all of these unlocked that I have because I'm expert 5. So there are 2 types of crystals you make. Amplified crystals. For me, you always want the major success. Major success is what lets you craft the more important things. So you can get a blessing crystal. There's a 15% chance, and it requires 1 log each and 2 fish each, right? And then when you're a little more advanced, you can start making the burnish blessing crystals. Here we go. There's money right here. 10% chance to make those. This requires 2 logs, 3 fish. Now what can you do with these blessing crystals? Come down here. Abundance blessing crystals. So there are 2 types of blessing crystals. These first 3 are production blessing crystals. They affect the stuff that's in your garden. The other ones are attribute blessing crystals. They affect your personal stats. The blessing crystals always work for a certain number of harvests, or for the production time, a certain number of plantings. The attribute ones, when you activate them, they work for a certain amount of time. Okay, so the abundant blessing crystal, in my opinion, this is the most important one. Of the 3, abundant, jackpot, production, the most important one is abundant blessing crystal. If you can only make one, make this one. Okay, so you can make an abundant blessing crystal. It takes 3 of these blessing crystals, 3 logs, 1 of the fresh herbs. Now the fresh herbs you can grow yourself with the gentian herbs, or excuse me, the fresh gentian seeds. You can grow them yourself, or you can forage them out in the field, with a small gentian or a large gentian. Right? So for the abundant blessed crystal, you can see it works 10 times, increase acquisition by 2 when harvesting products. So if you're going to forage something that you grew, that you grew yourself in your garden, and you have this up, then the next 10 times you harvest something, then it will give you 2 extra of your harvest. And then you have a 10% chance to get an abundant blessing crystal too. This works for 20 times and increase acquisition by 3 when harvesting products. That sounds fantastic. The jackpot chance relates to the chance that you're going to get an extra little item when you harvest something. Could be a housing token, could be another, like extra kind of item, like a fresh herb. Production time reduces the time that your stuff has before it grows. So right here, 10 times, reduces by 10%. This has more benefits. Now you go down, once you're adept 1, so you start at common 5, you move up to common 4, 3, 2, 1, then you go to adept 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you're at expert, and then artisan, and then finally maestro. So once you're at adept 1, then you start having access to these level 2 crystals that you can make on the regular. So abundant blessing crystal 2, this takes 3 of the burnished blessing crystal, 3 logs, 2 of the fresh herbs, but then you can outright make the abundant blessing crystal 2, and your major success, abundant blessing crystal 3. Holy cow. 30 times, it works for 30 times, and increases acquisition by 4 when harvesting products. Oh my goodness. And then see, you can see all the production ones, and you see this one's grayed out right here, the accuracy one. Let's click that, tell you the requirements. Expert 3. But man, this one takes a couple of pearls. Pearls are hard to come by. You normally get pearls either when you fish, or you get them when you're doing the daily deliveries. And then it takes quite a bit of rune powder. 15 rune powder for this thing. Good lord. So let's see, what does it do? It works for increases accuracy by 20 for 30 minutes. Sounds pretty good. This one increases accuracy by 30 for 30 minutes. Man, but that's pretty expensive to make, to be honest. And then you can see all the potions that you can make as well. So potions can be good, for your situation. Alright, let's go ahead and close that out. I want to actually try one more time on the portal to see if we get the other type. This one's actually a mining portal. It doesn't matter. You can get either of the 2 types of seed portals regardless of what element you're harvesting with it. So I'm going to use this. If it's the other type, then I'll run it through. If not, then I'll probably end the video here, because I doubt you guys want to see me fly a 3rd time. and at the same time. So, hey, I really appreciate everybody staying tuned. And if you want to play together, you know, run some airships, or run some dungeons, or just talk about crafting from someone who is #2 last week on the server in product harvesting, I'll be glad to do it. Just join us. Check us out at www.ta.net for the Art of Warfare. You can actually check out our Discord too at discord.gg/ta. You're also welcome to just add me on Discord if you want. ArchonX, pound 0699. Alright, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you out in Elyon. Have a pleasant evening.